discover the buy button inside the brain of your customers? What if you could leave this meeting today with a map that would lead you towards the buy button inside the brain? In fact, I'm going to show you a copy of that map. And this is what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to describe to you a map that points towards the buy button inside the brain of your customer. And now, what if all it took to understand that map was 1 day of your time? Would that be worth the energy and the time and the money that you've put into this event to find that buy button? Yes? Well, great, because this is what it's all about. So Kyung mentioned probably that, I wrote a book. It was the first book on neuromarketing. We've translated it into a number of languages and we've trained a lot of people on it. More importantly, we've gotten a number of awards with this. One was with Vistage. Vistage is the largest CEO organization in the world. They're also the largest speakers bureau, and we were Speaker of the Year in 2008. In 2011, we got the Advertising Research Foundation Award, but the one that I like the most is the 2009 American Marketing Association Award. And that same award was won by a small company in 2007, and that small company was YouTube. So what I'm going to tell you about today got a very prestigious award, right? So I hope that I get your attention with this. So I'd like to start with a puzzling statement. Marketing does not work today. Marketing does not work. Why? Well, I'm not the only one who says that, by the way. You may have heard of Gerald Zaltman. Anybody read the book from Zaltman called How Customers Think? Raise your hand if you read the book from Zaltman. A few people, right? And in the book, Zaltman, by the way, is a professor of marketing at Harvard. Right? And Zaltman says marketing does not work. Why? Because here is what we do in traditional marketing. In traditional marketing, we ask our customers, what do you want? And then, based on what they tell us, we design a marketing strategy. We find a way to sell them something that will solve what they want. But what do you think is the fundamental problem with this approach? So did you see how they took that concept of extra energy, which is a very new brain concept, and they made it very easy to understand even for the reptilian brain by making it more tangible. Okay? And again, the way they communicate that is the emotion that they use is humor. But that humor is just the vehicle to communicate the value proposition. All right. Let's get to the next stimulus, and the next stimulus is beginning and end. Beginning and end, what does that mean? Well, do you know that every human interaction is driven by the same curve of attention, retention, depending on time? By the way, this curve works at any frequency, so time can be one lifetime. It can be 5 minutes with a customer on the phone. It can be a complete sales cycle. It can be anything. It can be 1 hour with a customer face-to-face. It doesn't matter what time it is. That curve is the same. So do you think that Homo sapiens remembers things like this linearly? Yes? No? No. You think that attention starts low, then goes high, and then falls down? No. What is the first consequence is, should you tell your customers the top 10 reasons why they should buy from you? Again, should you tell your customers the top 10 reasons why they should buy from you? The answer is no. Why not? Because they can't remember it. Now, how many reasons should you give them? 5. Actually, 3.